Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can make it your own on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today, by special request from my various social media, we are reviewing the Arnold & Son TB88, part of a model family launched in 2011. This is the 46mm True Beat timepiece with 100-hour power reserve, manual wind, stainless steel as seen on my wrist, and full-sized, in every respect, an open-face marine chronometer that pays tribute to the legacy of English watchmaker John Arnold, the namesake of the Arnold & Son brand. So the original version of this watch was launched in precious metal. The steel is the one to own. It's both more durable on the wrist and allows you to avoid paying a precious metal premium. You're paying for the watchmaking on this one. My 16cm circumference wrist wears it fairly well, as the lug-to-lug dimension is not as broad as I expected, whereas a big Pilot at 46mm has a 58mm lug-to-lug. Here it's only 53.5mm lug-to-lug. The spacing between the lugs 22mm, so it has a nice modern broad stance on the wrist, and surprisingly only 12.5mm thick. This is an easy watch to wear. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 15cm circumference, provided you're okay with the oversized look. Proportionally, it's never going to look right unless you have a huge wrist. But big is the look, and there are advantages. Sometimes bigger is better, and you can see that on the dial side. That's certainly the case, as you get a broad, expansive, and even diagonal view of the caliber itself, which doubles as the dial. Jumping briefly, if we might, to the strap, it's a robust piece. As you can see, it is a Arnold & Son factory strap in new condition, and it's matched with a simple Arnold & Son branded steel pin buckle. The case is, well, Arnold & Son. You have that distinct break between the case band and the lugs. Both are mirror polished. You have a broad stance, 22mm again, between the lugs, so the stance of the watch, the footing on the wrist, is proportional to the size of the case, and a handsome combination blasted and polished crown. Not easy to do, polishing the logo while blasting the base. It's big, it's sharply knurled, and it's a pleasure to wind, which is a critical component of the ownership experience for a manual wind watch. Now, zooming out a little bit, let's talk a bit about the Arnold & Son caliber 5003. Twin mainspring barrels, a slow pocket watch evocative 18,000 vibration per hour beat rate with an enormous oversized balance, an overcoil hairspring allowing the watch to keep excellent time in any orientation with respect to gravity. You can see those twin mainspring barrels that not only give the watch 100 hours of power reserve, but they also allow a very even torque release and constant amplitude for much of the power reserve. That's the real advantage of twin mainspring barrels. You can see that the dial has incredible depth and everything exists on a different plane. It's easy to see the motion works and the cannon pinion at center, as well as the train driving the balance. You can see the escapement easily from a diagonal vantage point, and you can see the deadbeat seconds system. Everything is hand finished. You'll note that there is a mirror chamfer to the bridge bearing the balance, the components of the drivetrain, as well as the True Beat system, the bridges for the two wheels, and you can see faceted broadsword style hands, half frosted, half polished at center. All screw heads are black polished. There's a wonderful satin finish, manually applied across all of the bridges to give it a little bit of a pocket watch aesthetic. And though you can't quite see it, if you get close enough, you can see that all of the jewel and screw countersinks feature mirror polished beveling within. You can see the enormous balance beaten away. It has a chug-a-chug-a-chug cadence against the ear, and when you turn it over, it's beautifully executed. Simple, but illustrative. As you can see, the mechanism that controls the deadbeat seconds or True Beat functionality. You'll also appreciate the black polish on the reverse side of one of the mainspring barrels, and the double spiral radial graining on the ratchet wheel, or I should say that is one of the ratchet wheels. You can see its extended click and click spring adjacent, and then the crown wheel is actually underneath this bridge. The edge of every bridge, and you can really see it at this angle, has a mirrored finish that is big, broad, and so richly executed that you don't even need a loop to see it. Check out that black polished hood atop that mainspring barrel. That is an incredible sight. You rarely see black polished components on that scale. It's absolutely massive. Even the nautical anchor, evoking the marine chronometer heritage of the namesake, John Arnold, that features a satin finish across its top, and you can see the edges of it gleaming. It's that mirrored chamfer that's executed on everything. These watches rank among the finest crafted in the industry and some of the absolute steals in the pre-owned space. A handsome piece, a pleasure to wind, 30 meters water resistant, so despite its marine heritage, it is not an aquatic watch, but there are other Arnold & Son references for that. The romance of the double heartbeat is a big part of the appeal. As you'll find, the watch has the 1 Hz true beat, and then it has the 2.5 Hz 18,000 vibration per hour beat of the escapement. A handsome piece for the wrist or against the ear. You can see it and make it yours on the watch box.